I am super excited to introduce our next speaker. I've had the privilege of hearing Christine speak before. So Christine Campbell Rapin is a business success coach and serial entrepreneur. She is the owner of Clear Acceleration, Inc. and founded the online community Scale Your Business to 6+ figures and beyond in 2018. Christine has a no-nonsense approach to helping business owners achieve consistent client growth to create consistency, profitable businesses, and implementing proven marketing business strategies. She's focused on helping solopreneurs and small businesses get clear, gain confidence, and get results. Christine is an international best-selling author with Heal 4, You Have the Power to Heal, a collaboration with Your Holistic Earth, and has a Bachelor of Commerce and MBA in International Business. Today, she lives in Cochrane, Canada with her husband, Ed, and is a bonus mom to 2 daughters, Kiana and Chloe. So without further ado, I will pass it over to you, Christine.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here. Hello, hello, hello. I am normally in Cochrane and now I am in actually Victoria. So I'm actually in Pacific, which is sort of a lot of fun. And I'm here to ask that giant question, who here really truly has the business they want? And I mean, the clients that they want, those that want what they have, what you offer, the ones that are willing to pay for it, the ones that you get to make big impact from. Because a lot of us really shift between having an expensive hobby and actually having the business of our dreams. And so I want to make this interactive. I want you to pop into the chat. Who here truly says yes and shout it out, own it. If you have the business you want, declare it. There's a big difference between the affirmation of I'm going to do something and I can do something and I am doing it. So if you do not have your business, thank you, Teresa, for saying that. Say yes, boldly declare it. And if not, I want to just pull no punches. You might have subscribed to the Kevin Costner Field of Dreams business strategy. Anybody know what that is? I'll build it and they will come. Except for they haven't. And you might have a field of crickets that have infested this field that you have built. And so today I want to talk about the foundations to shift a business to actually from that expensive hobby to the love, the absolute declaration that yes, I have got the business of my dreams. Because truly in the Kevin Costner Field of Dreams business strategy, it is up to you to create that business for yourself. It is not a solo journey. I think the reason so often we feel overwhelmed, we're spinning in circles, and it's feeling like it is not that struggle. Sorry about that, guys. Is that we truly, simply are hoping it just miraculously happens. That someone's going to fall out of their seat and open their wallet to us, and they can. But it comes down to really shifting your philosophy. And I always say to people, when people say, what's made me successful as a business coach, I say, I never look for clients, ever. I look for people to serve, problems to solve, and ways I can contribute. And if I do that really well, and I learn to build an audience, the right people come into my life, they show up and say, tell me what it's like to work with you because I think I have a really expensive hobby. And I really want to make more impact. And if you do not have these 2 things, you don't have a business. Number 1, if you do not have an audience that wants what you have and is willing to pay for it, you don't. And number 2, if you've never made an offer in the last 30 days, your business doesn't have future clients. Sorry, truthfully. Those 2 things, measure and monitor the health of your business. So we get into overwhelm. We get into hustle. We get into thinking, I just need to do more. More. Who's been there? Hands up, pop it in the chat if that is you. If I simply do more, the miracle's going to turn. I've been in more. I have been in more than once, and I have to constantly check myself against these 4 foundations of what it truly takes to build a business. There's 4 steps. I'm going to dive 1 deeply today, but I want to just lay you in the foundation. The number 1 thing you need to do is manage the 6 inches, the hardest 6 inches of your business. And that's the one between your ears. It's the mindset. It's not like I show up and just hope it happens if I take no action that moves me forward. If I think that if I just go to the meetings, I'm being really productive, Hello, you're not an employee. You don't get paid to go to the meeting. If you're not making the right impact, and that's about connection, conversation, and understanding how things link, you can really run into that really expensive hobby pretty frequently as you tour the block. The second thing is, because we got to manage our 6 inches. The second thing we want to talk about is understanding that a business, by its very nature, creates revenue and hopefully profit, but they're not necessarily tied together. But you do need revenue and you do need profit. And there are 4 ways to grow revenue. Any business can start with 1. It can grow to 2, 3, or 4, but to truly have the lifestyle you want, you probably want all 4 in the mix. And it's an evolution. The third one is you've got to know what moves your business. I'm going to come back and we're going to deep dive in this one today. It's the 80-20 principle. But you've got to know how to build the audience, because you simply can't launch product and expect the world to come find you if you do not have an audience. We have to really fix that. And that's what I spend a ton of time working with my clients around. The fourth thing is you have to sell. How many of you just cringed when I said that? Pop it in the chat. I don't want to sell. I just want to serve. I just want to give. I just want to make impact. And go, ooh, icky, she said the sales word. I will tell you, selling is my favorite thing because I don't look for clients. I love knowing that to be great in business, I simply need to do one thing: show up as a good human being. If I show up as a good human being and I know I have skills, knowledge, or ways to contribute and somebody's in trouble, do I hesitate to help them? Are you hesitating to help them? Get out of your own way and go help them. And be the footprints in the sand for them. You don't need to vomit your business at them. Simply show them there's light in the darkness and you can be the footprints in the sand. And when the conversation evolves, guess what? You need to make an offer to the right people that you know in your heart you can help. And you simply show up as a good human being and trust that it will come together. But those are the 4 foundations. I will give you a visual for this. Give me a second here. If I can share my screen, I'm just going to give you this. If you guys will let me do it, I just want you to make sure you can snap that picture, because I do want you to just have this as a takeaway. This is really important to understand the 4 foundations that make any business. Because as you heard in the introduction, I have worked in business a lot. In fact, that's my gift. I have helped over 400 businesses be successful. And they're successful because they focus on these 4 foundations. And I'm just going to give you a quick shot here. So anybody who wants to capture this can take a visual on it. There are 4 things you need to focus in a business to scale it from an expensive hobby to a business. Manage the 6 inches, understand how money works, focus on the non-negotiables, and have a sales conversation, which is about showing up as a human being. Thumbs up if you all got a chance to screenshot that. Just want to make sure you have a resource before we leave you today. But here's the 80-20 principle. Who here feels currently overwhelmed in their business? Not really sure what the right next step is. And so the answer is maybe a new logo, maybe tweak the copy, maybe go back, talk about the same issues over and over again. I will tell you, part of it comes down to the fact that we're not living in the service of others. We're living in the limitations of our own 6 inches. And I said, drop the 6 inches. There's one key action to every 6-inch problem you've got. Doesn't matter whether it's imposter syndrome, perfectionism, scarcity, the conditioning that we've had that, I mean, who am I to want this? Who am I to make impact? Who am I to show up in this really way that I see so clearly in my head and everyone else thinks I'm crazy? The answer is action. Imperfect action is the answer that you're seeking. And nobody can do this for you. You are not the damsel in distress in your storyline. You are the warrior who will build the capabilities to serve at the highest level. It's going to be messy. Find a cool inner tribe that will have your back, cheer for you, hold your hand, and remind you, you are so freaking capable of this because you're breathing. Okay, simply because you're breathing. All of the knives in my back make me who I am today. I know how many times I've been on the floor. And I simply decided to get up one more time. It was not pretty. It really, really was not pretty. But action is the answer. Absolutely, Susan. Action is the answer. But then it comes down to, do you know what's working in your business right now? Like, do you know? If you know, pop it in the chat. Tell, this is the one thing I know is working in my business. Because there's truth in the 80-20 principle. My whole goal as a business coach is to help people get into movement. That's the action piece. Why? Movement creates momentum. Not all movement is forward. So give yourself some grace here. Not all movement is forward. But if we can create movement, you can create momentum. And remember simple physics. The highest amount of energy you spend is going from zero. The highest amount of energy you spend is going from zero. The reason you feel exhausted, you're constantly starting from zero. So if you are done the hokey pokey in your business, you know what the hokey pokey is, right? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Then I'm going to shake it all about and hope something sticks. Anybody recognize the hokey pokey? Might be doing that on occasion in your business. That's a really expensive hobby we talked about earlier. But the movement is key. I built my first business 1 hour a day. It doubled every year. It's actually why I was asked to coach and lead other people. And the weirdest thing happened. They said, can I pay you? Because I'm really struggling. It's like, well, I treat my business like a business. And I knew business. It was my skill set. And they said, well, I get the theory now, but I don't do it well myself. Okay, well, hold my hand and I will help you on the journey. And then the weirdest thing started happening. People were like, can I pay you for this? Because I'd like to get there more quickly. I'm like, this is fascinating. That's the kind of momentum you should have in your business. And it's possible. I will tell you it's possible. But we're going to talk about movement. What 20% is working for you right now? Stop trying to find the 80% that's not working and make it better. Focus on the 20% that is already working. If you spent more focus on the 20% that is working, you would explode your business. Elegantly simple. I know in my own business journey, I got really distracted by thinking the answer was outside, joint ventures, somebody else's initiative. I could just hold their hand until I realized I was so busy playing with other people, which was so fun. Honestly, play with fun people. That's the best part of business. But if you don't take care of your own business, nobody will take care of it for you. And I had to have this recognition, and I will tell you my story for one quick second, and then I will keep moving. But I wanted to have an event. I had the idea in February of last year. And I did nothing about hosting my own event until July, and my next one is next week. But I got a phone call from someone else that I have a speaker problem. I've got a 3-day event. 5 speakers are uncommunicative. I don't know if they're going to show up. Can you help? I'm like, absolutely, I can help. I have a mission. 2 hours later, I had 7 speakers for them and thought I wouldn't do this for myself. And I've been thinking about it since February. Totally in my own way. Why? Because I wasn't willing to take the action and I couldn't get out of my own way. But I got out of my own way and said, stop playing over there and go after your own goals. So I gave myself a very short rope because I know myself. 5 weeks or less, I'm going to go do something. And I declared it. Like I asked you to declare, do you have the business you want? I declared it. I phoned all of my close peeps who are great business owners and said, I need you to have my back. I'm in. Whatever it is, I'm in. That's the community you need. Then I said, I'm going to go do something really messy. I have no idea how to do it. I bounced a speaker less than 12 hours from my event, and my VA no-showed. It was messy. And it was great. It was great. And so I focused on what's the 20% that moves my business. 3 things move my business. I know what they are. Speaking, networking, and networking is not about referrals. It is about introductions to other cool people. and trust that great introductions to great new people, and if you give and be a good human, your business will follow. So I network well. And the third thing is I host events because they're freaking a lot of fun. And so when I get invited to places like this, I go, let's go do it. But I want you to take away, if you truly want to shift a business, you need to know what the 20% is. In your 20%, 3 things. These are your 3 takeaways that will drive your business. This is my cheat sheet to the roadmap. Number 1, your business will be built on strangers. Hello, I just said that. Please write that down. My business will be built on strangers. You cannot rely on friends and family to build your dream. It's yours. And there are so many people who got out of bed today looking for you. They can't find you. Why they can't find you, I can give you the answer to that too, but I will hold that off. So make a strategy to go meet people. I tell my clients 50% of your time, whatever that time is, 1 hour a day or a full-time commitment, you must be going to meet strangers. 2 things move your business: how many people you know and how many offers you make. So number 1, go meet new people. More people, more ways, more often. Number 2, you need to know why. The so what factors. It's the second most important thing in your business. It's why are you doing this? Because nobody is coming to save you because you have the capability to build it yourself with friends and good support and knowledge, confidence that you learn and grow by being messy. But your why has to pull you past the convenience factor, or you will always have an expensive hobby. And that's okay if that's what you want. But if you want big impact, big heart, you must go past the scary shore. You also need to know what the problem is that you are solving. The problem in the viewpoint of somebody who is in the problem. So often we talk from an enlightened point of view. We use big words that we learn in our modalities. We learn in our community of other enlightened, heart-based, centered people. But that's not where our audience is now. They're in the hot mess. They're screaming for help. And I'll give the example in a financial advisor situation because this is what I see every day networking. I help you with time and financial freedom. And they don't have a full business. Do you think there's a single person on the planet who doesn't want time and financial freedom? Wow, it's pretty attractive. Why can't they find all those financial advisors that can't find clients? Because they weren't getting out of bed and Googling, Pinterest, or YouTubing, how do I find time and financial freedom? So they don't find you. What do they get out of bed today? I need $300 to put winter boots on my kids' feet. I need to know how to budget for retirement. They looked for something special, specific. How are you the specialist? And what's the hot button? And what does it cost them? And what is the conversation they're having at their coffee shop with their friends around the sports arena? That's the language you must connect to or you will not be found. So what's the problem? What's it cost them? Third thing on the so what is why you? Please be awesomely you. Nobody needs to be vanilla like everybody else. They don't look for that. There's 8 billion people on the planet. Trust me when I tell you they're a client. Like I have 100% conviction on this. There are clients out there for you. You need a very small amount of them to find you. And the ones that will get you heart to heart. And everything becomes possible when you have a heart to heart. But you've got to know your so whats. If you don't know them, I have an invitation to help you with that. But number 1, meet more people. Number 2, you got to know your so whats and why you're doing this. And number 3, one simple thing moves your business. It's not expensive. It's not techie. It's not really complicated because I am the queen of elegant simplicity. What is it? Starts with a C. It's the whole thing that moves the world. Conversation. Get into more conversations and stop hiding behind your computer. You can have digital conversations. I'm all for that. But your business will grow from conversations. Here's a neurological tip. If you can get 5 things that say yes, you are hardwired as a human being for the 6th thing to be yes. Hardwired. Just use the science to help you. And I'm not saying yes. I'm saying, oh, she's credible. I kind of like her. Her humor is kind of quirky. She's a bit sassy. And I think I want to know more. And then when I say, would you like to know more? Then what's the answer? Why, yes, I would. And guess what happens? I might be able to give value, be a resource, be a good human being. All those things grow my business. It's simpler than you think. So to recap where we've taken you on our journey, business is elegantly simple. If you want to shift from having that field of dreams to living in your field of dreams, making impact, you need to have a mindset that's great. Manage your 6 inches. There's all kinds of sharks in your background. Don't let them take up rent-free space. Number 2, you need to understand what money moves. There's 4 ways to create revenue in every business on the planet. You can start with 1, move to 4 over the course of your journey. When you have all 4, you have the lifestyle you want. It is not about more. It is not about hustle. And it is not about anything other than your definition of success. So spend some time there. Number 3, you got to do the 20% that grows 80% of your business. And just imagine the stress relief of focusing on 20% of the day instead of the 80% that's making you crazy and going, I can't keep up. 20%. Think about what is the 20% that moves my business? What's the 20% that's working now? When I had my last client, when I had my last connection, when I felt lit up about my business, what was I doing? Do more of it. So simple, right? It's just do more of it and drop all of the other expectations around it. And then you do need to do the scary, scary, scary thing. You need to serve at the highest level. Never make an offer you don't feel good about. Never make an offer if you're not 100% stand behind, I know I can help you get where you want to go. Never make that offer, but recognize if you never make an offer, you have a really expensive hobby. And there is a roadmap. I said there were 2 things that tell you the health of your business. How many people are you meeting? How many offers are you making? Final tip on my talk today is just remember this: business works in 90-day cycles. So when people say to me, I don't know how to make my bills and I'm stressed and my income is all over the map, I'm always asking, what did we do 90 days ago? Why are so many businesses struggling in September? Why? I had 5 people phone me, not my clients, but 5 people phone me saying, I think I have to get a job, just over broke. Why? Because things weren't going well in June, and I took my foot off the pedal, and I took the summer off to regroup, and I didn't make any offers, and in September, I'm starving. So we're in October, and I'm just going to plant the seed. How do you want to feel in December? How do you want to start 2023? The decisions and the actions you take right now, every day counts. Focus on the 20%. Build the movement that creates the momentum in your business and have fun. If it's not fun, don't do it. I didn't say it wouldn't be effortless. It will be scary, but that's okay. You know what? We're an entire community of your holistic earth. We're an entire community of businesses here to celebrate and support each other. The roadmaps are clear. If you're not sure what the roadmap is, I can help you with that. That's the easiest bit to solve. It's possible for you. So who here today, right now, is declaring, I am going after the business in my head and in my heart? I'm declaring it. I am going for this because your business, the moment you get clear, accelerates because your confidence grows. And guess what that means? My favorite word, impact. Go make impact. Thank you for letting me join you today. This is a remarkable community to be part of. The business you want is possible, 1,000%. You wouldn't have the vision and the dream if it wasn't possible. The world doesn't work that way. So what do you need to equip yourself to get there? And you choose the speed in which you travel. There's no one way. There's your way through. Thank you for having me as your speaker today.
That is wonderful, Christine. Thank you so much. We are going to post your information in the chat. For those of you that weren't drooling over the information. I'm sure many of us were like, oh, this is so powerful. We're going to be posting a 10-question worksheet in the chat with a link that you have so generously offered. So thank you so much.